Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you here today with an article from Outkick. This is from June 4th, so a few days ago from the time I'm recording this, but it's one of those headlines that fills me with a sense of glee, if you will. And the title of the article is Washington Post is failing, but some staffers are only concerned with diversity. Now, I knew the first part that the Washington Post was failing, but I guess they got some new ownership. And the ownership basically told the reporters, like, you guys suck and nobody's reading your crap. And their response was, like, essentially something to the effect of, like, why are we only hiring white people to run this place or something like that. But say I already vaguely remember what happened, but we're going to get into it in this article. But I just thought this was, like, chef's kiss here. Let's get rid of this ad. All right, it says, the Washington Post lost $77 million last year. The newspaper has shed half its audience since 2020. Changes need to be made immediately. And wow, okay, first, that's a staggering sum of money, but they are owned by Jeff Bezos of Amazon fame, so that's probably like just a pocket change to him. But this is an amazing thing. That's shed half its audience just since 2020. What happened in 2020? A couple of things, but let's keep going. It says, yet staffers at the Post have more pressing concerns in their company's survival, like diversity, because commie's got a commie. The Sunday night, Sally Busby abruptly resigned as executive editor. A subsequent staff meeting Monday saw an uproar over her replacements, 2 white men. Oh no, dearest me. Not white men. I don't have any other sarcasm to add here. Let's just keep going. It says Post CEO and publisher Will Lewis told the staff it was time to take decisive, urgent action to set us on a different path. A reporter then interrupted him and asked whether any women or people of color were interviewed and seriously considered for either of these positions. It's almost like, God, what's the comparison here? It's like he's basically saying, you're all going to be out of a job if we don't have the problem fixed. And somebody raised their hand and is like, is there any coffee for the coffee maker in the kitchen? And it's like, did you not hear what I just said? I swear to God. Some people. So according to Vanity Fair, the question elicited applause from other writers because they're all stupid. Yeah, they're all like, yeah, we really need to know if there's, more coffee in the kitchen, like if there's any coffee there. It's like, guys, your jobs are at risk. Nobody likes you. Nobody reads you. That's where your concern should be. This isn't a difficult thing to understand. It says the report adds that staffers wanted things to stay how they were with diversity and social justice at the core of the newsroom's operation because those are obviously more important. And then the article says, got that? Yes, this is stupid. This journalist for the Washington Post would rather the outlet continue to lose high 8 figures a year so long as diversity is the priority. Clearly, those journalists are not serious people. And this is an embedded tweet from Christina Pushaw, who works for Ron DeSantis in Florida. I know that. I don't remember her exact title. But I'm not going to click on the tweet either. But it says, the executives were grilled by the reporters in the Post on the lack of diversity. Who cares? But yeah, she's basically saying what the article already said, so we'll just keep going. It says the Post owned the Watergate beat in 1972 with some of the most influential reporting in the history of American politics. How would the current Post staff handle such essential reporting? And I would say that if it was a Joe Biden doing it, they wouldn't say a thing. If it was Donald Trump doing it, they'd be all over it. Again, it'd probably be extraordinarily biased. And they've been trading on this for, 52 years now? We're the people who did the Watergate thing. And it's like, and to a degree, like rightfully so, but it's like, dear God, like when your priorities are something other than telling the truth and breaking news, then you shouldn't be doing that. So as HBO host Bill Maher explained last year, someone named Deep Throat called today and wanted to meet this crew of emotional hemophiliacs, that's a good term, would have an anxiety attack and report to HR they didn't feel safe. He's not wrong. I mean, I'm not a fan of Bill Maher, but he's 100% correct about that. So especially Washington Post tech reporter Taylor Lorenz. And for anybody listening, if you happen to not know, this is Taylor, it's actually Taylor. So copy editors, you might want to check that. But if you don't know who she is, she might be, and I wish I was kidding about what I was saying, she might be one of the worst human beings alive today. Like total far left SJW, thinks she's a reporter, but is actually like just an activist disguised as a reporter. But again, one of the worst people imaginable. Go look her up if you can find anything on her, because the Internet Archive, I think, is owned by her uncle, and he's removed a lot of stuff. But yeah, she's not a good person. Anyway, a Donald Trump presidency could return to the Post to its pre-2020 state of profitability, though we aren't so sure it would. During Trump's presidency, the Washington Post exposed itself as shamefully filled with propaganda, and the outlet was among the chief spreaders of the conspiracy that Trump colluded with Russia to rig the 2016 election. And I'm sure we're never going to hear an apology from them about it, because we know that that is a completely false thing at this point. So specifically, the Post dubiously reported on an interaction between the Trump campaign and senior Russian intelligence officials. The paper exchanged credibility for partisanship. And the Post is also one of the main factors in a recent Gallup poll that found only 15% of American adults trust major U.S. newspapers, and there are consequences of devaluing the truth. And I wonder what that is for, like, just all news things. Like, I say news things in the sense to mean, like, programs or channels, as well as newspapers like that. I'm sure it's not, it might not be as bad as 15%, but I'm sure it's still pretty bad. As the Post now bears those consequences, Washington Post owner Jeff Bezos is one of the richest men in the world, but no one stomachs losing money for long, especially billionaires. Staffers should be concerned about Bezos selling the Post to some AI affiliation firm and each of them losing their job, not the skin colors and genders of the new people in charge. That is 100% correct, and that's probably the main sentence, that main takeaway from this, and summed it up better than I've been able to the entire time I've been rambling on about this right here, this last sentence. But yeah, I just find this to be funny. I mean, I'm not bothered by this at all. The Washington Post can go out of business and it'll be a day that ends in Y. It's no skin off my back, and those people shouldn't have jobs if they're more concerned with diversity and social justice than they are with actually telling the truth. Anyway, let me know what you think about this. Do you agree with me? Do you think, no, we need to absolutely save the Washington Post? If that's the case, I'd like to hear what you have to say about that. Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.